Today we're sewing pajama shorts. Pajama shorts are something that are extremely lacking in my closet. I have only one pair that I use, and these are starting to be worn out because I wear them all the time, and I think I need more. I want to use these shorts as a base for a pattern I'm going to make for these shorts, and I will create 2 shorts today. Time for a little haul. So what I got from the fabric store was these 2 fabrics. My original plan was to get a pink fabric and maybe a patterned fabric, but there wasn't any cute pink fabrics, and I found this really nice light blue one. I think this is a really cute color, so I wanted to buy this one, and also this very dark gray. I think this is a very good basic color. And I also had to buy some light blue thread because I don't have any. I never sew with color. I only sew with black and white and gray, so this is very exciting. I'm not afraid to use color when it comes to pajamas. So, and this was 32 euros in total. The fabric meter prices were about 14 euros, and I got 1 meter of each. I really hope it's enough. But the first thing I need to do is to try to pattern make from these shorts. This little cutie was watching me film my intro. Do you want to be on the video? I will first try to copy the front panel of these shorts. So from this seam to here, and here and here. I think I will have to try to put this underneath my pattern paper and then try to carefully trace the outline. I actually see nothing underneath, but I'm trying to use the feeling of the seam to find where I need to draw. I will measure the crotch seam and match it here. It's 32 centimeters, so around this length. Let's draw a straight line. And yeah, I think I have my crotch seam drawn. Because the waist has elastic, I need to try to measure the waist when the elastic is stretched out. This is my measuring setup. I have pins here and a ruler here, and I'll see how far I can stretch this. I would say probably 33 centimeters. I drew the 33 centimeter line here, and now I will draw it straight down the bottom with a 90-degree angle. If you don't have a 90-degree ruler, I really suggest getting one. It's extremely important when making patterns. I finished the pattern for the front and also from the back. I realized that the angle of the middle back seam and the middle front seam, it was a bit angled. So I had to also take measurements of the hem width, and from that I figured out the rest of the measurements. For me, this was the waist length, and this was the hem width, and from those calculations, I figured out how much I need to angle this part, and I did that to the front as well, so I altered the pattern a bit. Now I only need to make the waistband pattern. I also made the pattern for the waistband. This is a very standard sized waistband that is 4 centimeters wide. When you're doing a 4 centimeter wide waist, you can make the pattern 10 centimeters wide because one side of the waistband is 4 centimeters, the other side is 4 centimeters, and then on the both sides you need 1 centimeter of seam allowances, so that adds up to 10. But I cannot continue this project yet because I do need to pre-wash these. These were like 95% cotton, and cotton shrinks a lot, so you do need to pre-wash cotton so that it doesn't shrink after you have cut it to your measurements. After pre-washing, I started off with the grey shorts, and for some reason Mio was in love with this fabric. He wanted to be on top of it in every single step. I was making these shorts, and even after they were done, I don't know why he fell in love with the fabric. But anyways, I cut out the fabric, and after that I sewed all the seams with my overlocker. When you're sewing with a stretchy fabric at home, overlocker is the best choice because it allows the fabric to stretch. Why do you insist on being on top of my work? At the moment, these are extremely big on me, but I'm hoping that when I add the elastic waistband, these will look fine. But if these are still too big and look not good, I will have to take a lot off from the sides of the shorts. But let's hope for the best. I will finish the waistband with a jersey needle and a straight stitch. Usually you would probably use a double needle, like in the shorts I was referencing, they have a cover stitch finishing the waistband, but I did a little test with my jersey needle and a short length straight stitch, and I think it stretches enough. This is very wide on me, the waistband, so it won't stretch that much anyway, so I think this will be completely fine. So I will do a stitch in the ditch on the right side and try to aim on this line so that the stitch doesn't show on the front side. I was able to attach the waistband with the straight stitch without any problems, which is amazing, and I inserted the elastic band inside, and I will now make a square stitching on the elastic so that it is attached together. I might also do a straight stitch running down the waistband so that the elastic band doesn't move. But yeah, then I also need to hem the pants, which I'm not excited about because I need to configure my double needle, which I hate using. I was able to attach the elastic band and finish the hem of the shorts with the double needle. They fit me great. I'm very happy about that. But I would like to add some embroidery now. I'm not sure how it will go because I do not want to add interlining to this fabric. So I will have to see how it looks in the stretchy fabric without interfacing. Let's see, it might be a huge fail, but if it looks good, then I will be very happy because I don't want this to be boring. I want this to be very whimsical. I was getting my embroidery supplies and someone immediately came here. It's so hard to work with Mio. You cannot be on top of that. I need to embroider. I'm at the point in the embroidery where I'm almost done, but I'm not happy with it. I would like it to have more detail, and I think it might be also a bit too big, and I'm not happy with the stitches I have made. So I think I will unpick all the work I just did and make a design like this. I want it to be maybe a bit smaller, and I want it to have much more detail, and I might use a colored thread because I think that this pink yarn would look so cute on top of this very dark gray. I think this could also look good, but there's also this mint green, but I don't think I will use that. So these are my two options, but I'm leaning towards the pink. I don't know, I'm just feeling like I want some color in my life, and pajamas are the perfect place to add that, in my opinion. Both of the shorts are finally done. Honestly, this didn't take me that long. Sewing these was quite easy. The pattern making process was not that difficult. I have made a lot more difficult clothing and patterns in the past, so these very simple elastic waistband shorts were really simple to make. But I have already worn the grey pair. They are amazing. I loved sleeping in them, and I think I will be living in these during the summertime, so I should have probably made even more of these, but if these are not enough, I can make more. I have the pattern already and these didn't take that long. I love how whimsical they are with the embroidery they have. I love the colors of them. I'm happy I was finally able to make something actually colorful. So very proud of myself for that. But if you would like to see more videos like this, then give this video a like, a comment and subscribe to my channel, and I hope I will see you in my next one. Bye!